Hey, what's up, recovery update? Amin MV. How you doing? How's everyone doing? Recovery update. I don't remember seeing your name anywhere. Have you been subscribed or are you subscribed? How's everybody's day going? Recovery update. Recovery update. I think I remember the name. I don't know. Anyways, what's everyone up to today? Subscribe. Appreciate it. Do you make videos? Am I subscribed to you? I don't remember. Recovery update. Message you today on this story. Was it on the DMs or like the messages or on like the page, the NoFap Daily Update page? Hey, there's 3 people. DMs. I'll need to check that. DM, did I? Hold up. Let me check it real quick. Private. Hold up. Okay, so you're the day 16 one? I just saw it, so I'm not definitely not an inspiration though, so I appreciate it. Hidden Challenge 041, welcome back. Cheers. But yeah, I'm not an inspiration. I got so much work to do, so much more challenges I'm working on overcoming. Definitely not an inspiration. I'm still falling back on certain stuff. I don't know, I'm not happy with where I am. Like, I'm still mentally, that's true, we're all working on ourselves, but it's like, I'm still getting in my own way with a lot of stuff. I'm still self-sabotaging myself. NoFap is really the only thing I have going so far, and it's like I want NoFap, but I also want NoFap with everything else, with all my positive habits, which I've just went up and down with. I know it can be consistent. I just need to like start being consistent with everything else. So NoFap's really, I've got NoFap going, but I want other habits to start like flowing into place. But yeah, thank you, recovery update. We're all on the same journey of life. Just working on ourselves, trying to grow, trying to figure out our minds. It's not easy. Not easy at all, right, Olive? Just like I just want to be consistent with morning routines, other habits like cold plunges. I want to read more. I want to just grow more physically, mentally. I want to gain weight and like get muscle and get back my flexibility I used to have. Not spend as much time on my phone, not spend as much time on Netflix, not get junk food and all that's like overall I think I'm doing all right, but there's just another level that I want to get to, and I feel like I'm kind of stuck at one level. But yeah, life, it's just not maybe life, yeah, but just the mind and how it deals with life and how it always picks comfort. And I don't want to pick comfort anymore. I don't want to pick instant gratifications. I don't want to pick pleasures. I don't want, because that's all the mind wants. It just wants to be comfortable. But it's not where, at least that's not where my satisfaction is or happiness lies or just peace of mind. I'll figure it out. But yeah, thanks for joining. Usually I have to wait like 6 minutes before someone joins and then no one says anything. But yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Appreciate it, Recovery. And now that I know you DM'd me, I'll DM you back. I must have not seen the notification. You're at work. All right. Yeah, have a good day at work. Don't be on your phone. We appreciate your transparency. Most people on social media act like that. That's true. I've noticed that too. It's like I'm getting tired of. I've had commenters too, who just love to give advice like they know it all, or NoFap. You search NoFap. It's like, okay, here are the keys to overcoming urges, or all that. And I don't know. Like, I'm just documenting my journey of what's worked for me. And I give advice sometimes too, which I'm trying to work on not doing. But I've had a sour spot, if that's the right saying, of just, like, I don't like people who give advice who, quote unquote, act like experts or all that. And I'm trying not to give advice. I'm just trying to just document my own journey. And definitely not a perfect journey, that's for sure. But yeah. But yeah, no being on live stream while you're at work, Recovery. But yeah, I appreciate, transparency. Struggles, we all struggle with stuff. Even if we've overcome porn or NoFap, there's always something we're struggling with. There's always something to grow from, to learn from. And I'll never see myself as above everyone else, because everybody has different journeys. They're going through different stuff. They have different struggles. As long as we're just working on growing, and it's really easy to make it look like you're perfect, flawless person with social media. People just pick their highlights, take million selfies to get the perfect one. Exactly. Agree. And I just don't resonate with those people. Even though I'm subscribed to a lot of people on NoFap just to support their journeys, a lot do come off as just like know-it-alls. And hey, I'll never know it all. The more I learn, the more I figure out I don't know. It's a good quote, I think, that says, like, the more I learn, the more I know, the more I find out that I don't know. And social media can be a double-edged sword. There can be a lot of good stuff to it. It's been a while since I've been on social media, but the people I have followed were always people that were getting after it, pushing themselves. David Goggins was one person, but it's just a waste of a lot of time, because social media's main objective is to, like, keep you on their platform. And so I don't have Instagram, I don't have Facebook, I don't have Snapchat or any of the dating apps. But YouTube has become another form of social media where I'm just, like, scrolling endlessly on NoFap videos or just the homepage, and that's been one of my addictions I've been trying to limit. So a lot of my time spent is on, like, YouTube. Even if it's not self-development stuff, it's just, I don't know. But yeah. I can scroll Twitter or Facebook, and after 30 minutes I can barely remember what I even read. It's exactly. It's probably why people's attention spans and focus has gotten a lot less, myself included, which is why I really need to spend a lot, or be more conscious of the time I spend on my phone, and spend more time just meditating and being more in the present moment. So yeah, main thing I'm working on now, or I'm not really working on it, but I should work on it, is, like, my phone usage and the phone, really. The only time I should spend on my phone is I'll give myself some time to browse YouTube and stuff, but a few, maybe an hour of that, and then if I'm doing deliveries, I gotta use my phone for that, and I should keep it off the majority of the day. And my breath practices are online, but I don't have to look at my phone for that. Other than that, I don't really need the phone. Emails, if I'm using the internet sparingly, only when you as a tool long term. Exactly. I tried years ago, I think, even, was it in high school or maybe after high school, I tried getting a flip phone. But then I was like, I need a GPS, which I tried getting a GPS, one of those car mountable GPS things. But then it was too much trouble because like email is on the phone, GPS is on the phone. A lot of useful tools are on the phone. It's kind of like there will always be urges on NoFap. We just have to learn to like deal with them or be aware of them and not act on them, because there's always going to be temptations. There's always going to be, the environment is like, we can't control the environment. So as long as we work on like the inner environment, how we react to situations, what we place our focus on, that's the real skills. It's not the outward stuff, but like, could we, if a temptation arose or if we saw something we didn't want to see, could we see it and not act on it? That's the real challenge. Something I'm working on, at least. We're just making life harder. That's true. That's true too. Flip phone, yeah, it's absolutely. What time is it over there, Hidden Challenge? I think I remember asking where you're from, but I forgot. Was it the UK, London, or was someone else maybe? I don't know. But where are you from, Hidden? Hidden Challenge 041? I miss anything? Nah. Hey, I got 2 people now. California, 1 p.m. All right, so it's 4. I'm 3 hours ahead in Virginia. Do you follow the Truth of YouTube at all? He used to make NoFap videos. Now he makes like car camping videos, which is fun to watch. Got to drop for work, but let's go. Let's get it, John. John the Don. Have a good day at work, man. Appreciate you dropping in. Yeah, I follow his friend Robert and his channel too. It's really, I understand why they moved on from NoFap videos, but it's still fun to just, they're like brothers for life. Even though I don't know them, I'll always support them. I'll always watch their videos, and they're fun to watch. Yeah, the Roberts travel vlogs have been pretty good. Like, I've been watching those too and getting hooked on those. It used to be every day. I think he missed the past 2 days. Or, I don't know, maybe he didn't. But he's been doing it every day, and I've been watching it, and it's been really fun. Like, I still have that anxiety to vlog in public, to vlog around people. Like, I could do it in nature if I know there's no one around me. Although I grew up overseas and I traveled as a young kid, it's been a while. So the goal is like, if I can figure out as a career the markets and like really master that, then I'd like to like have enough money to be able to travel and like live anywhere and still trade. And that's the goal. That's the dream. The dream is to just travel, experience stuff, and trade. Swing trading, day trading, scalping. I want to learn it all. I just want to like immerse myself. Crypto, by now. Maybe, I don't know. I have this real cool mentor who shares his um um who shares his trades, and what am I trying to say is I'm grateful to have him and like learn from him. I just have to like save up right now so that when I do have enough, I can like go all in with what he's teaching. And he knows his stuff. He definitely knows his stuff, but it requires a lot of patience and time. Hey, got 4 likes. Thanks for liking. There's a YouTube, White Magic Tiger. He invests full time and also posts NoFap videos. Hey, he posts NoFap videos too. You'll have to comment that on one of my channels so I can like remember and look him up. Because I don't think after my live streams I can see the comments after I post it to go back to. Maybe I can, who knows. But White Magic Tiger, maybe. I might remember. I might be able to remember that. Appreciate it. Hidden. California. I think the closest I've been to California was when last year, or the year before last year, I flew to Oregon, Medford, Oregon, or near there, to work on a weed farm. And we took like a car trip to the, what are those big trees called? I forgot, the redwoods. And then I think we were close to California, but maybe not quite in California. But that's the closest I've been to California. Because Portland or Medford, Oregon is pretty close, maybe. A 2-hour drive, maybe. I don't know, 3 hour. Maybe I don't know anything. Who knows? I remember seeing the coast though, so must have been California. It's too expensive here. I feel that, man. Like, Truth of YouTube or Ian's Adventure or whatever his channel's name is, he says like gas is $7-8, crazy, or $6. I don't know what he's saying, but like gas here is like three something. Yeah, like 320 something or 330 something. Isn't that nice? You sure? I think it's pretty nice. Where in California are you? Beautiful parts, but not worth, in my opinion. Where would you where would you like to live if you could live anywhere? I think if I could just travel, Australia would be one place that I'd like to live. Or in the US, it would be Colorado because of all the mountains. I like mountains. Sacramento. Haven't been there. I'll need to check it out online. Sacramento. But I like Virginia too, where I am, because it's 3 hours away from the beach, the sea, and then 30-minute drive to the Appalachian Trail, the mountains. I love that. And then it's not too far away from like cities and stuff. So got like the best of all worlds. Maybe Costa Rica or the Caribbean island. Yeah, I'd like a tropical thing too. Like, I don't know, I like it all. I like the beach. I like the tropical weather. I like the mountains. I like the 4 seasons. I don't know. I think I'm fine pretty much anywhere as long as it's got nature. Like, I don't like a big city, like New York City. my sister lived in New York City, and I visited her there, and I can't deal with all the noise and so many people and just the hustle and bustle. I used to think that was me. I used to think like I'm gonna be a chef in New York. I'm gonna make it big. I don't know. But now it's just I like my quiet. I like my solitude. I like nature. I like just the quiet. Yeah, Virginia's pretty good. And I'm in a college town, Charlottesville. So there's college people. There's all sorts of people. I don't know how people live in New York City. It seems like, yeah, it does. It does seem like a stressful lifestyle. I agree. So Hidden Challenge, you've been to like 3 of my live streams, right? Or is this the second one or third one, or is it the fourth one? Because I've live streamed maybe 4 or 5 times now, I think, on this channel. So grateful to have you here always, to comment, to just talk. I think this is the second. All right. Well, I appreciate it. And that bear, whatever that bear is that a bear with a hat. Thank you for your channel. Appreciate it. Andrew Coleman. How you doing, Andrew? How's your day going? Andrew Coleman. It's crazy because I'm on the 3rd month since I created this channel. And although I've created many channels that have done well, but I've still deleted them since I was like 18. Hopefully, or I won't delete this one, and we'll see how this grows over the years, over the year, over the months. We'll see. As long as I think I stay consistent with it. Just got home from jiu-jitsu. That's on my bucket list of things to try is jiu-jitsu. Tai Chi is one. I got many things I want to try. It was like I had a 1,800 some subscriber. I was never monetized. I never had the amount of like watch hours to be monetized, but it was just, yeah, I never did it for the subscribers. I always did to like journal. So I was like in a low space from all the relapses and from me not being happy with where I was in life, that you ever have those feelings of if you relapse, you just want to like cut everything off. Like, I'm done with all social media. I'm done with YouTube. I just want to start fresh. So I just deleted it. And I was like, I don't care. I don't want to be on YouTube. I don't want to document the journey. But then I found it was helpful. Like, it was my form of journaling. It's always been my form of journaling. So I need to remember that, like, it's a way to get my thoughts out onto a camera. Like, I can't see myself writing down my thoughts like most people. I like talking it out. It's like therapy. Did I just say that? But yeah, I deleted. One of them had 1,000 some subscribers. The last one had 1,800. I've done pretty well with each channel. So like I do grow pretty fast for like a small YouTuber or for a small channel. Like I have seen the growth, especially I notice as I get up there in the days of NoFap, it's like easier to get subscribers, but um, we'll see. We'll see how this channel goes and if I have those thoughts to delete it again, which hopefully I don't, because I remember the 1,800 one. I was gonna say I was gonna delete it, and everyone will say, no, don't delete it. I find you as an inspiration, and like at least deactivate it so you can come back. And I just dismissed all those comments, and it's just I don't know. I was in a rough headspace, and I can get in rough headspaces. So as long as I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, I think I'll be fine, and I won't get those knee-jerk reactions of deleting stuff. I think this channel will blow up if you stick with it. Maybe you can monetize this and make a Patreon. Hey, who knows? For one, I just want to be consistent. I just want to make 365 days. I want to fulfill that promise to myself that I can go that long, or I can go into the unknown of past 90 days because I've never done it. And then after the year, I like to set myself challenges. So maybe like there's so many challenges I want to do, because I have a main channel, which isn't so main because I hardly use it, but I wanted that channel to be more self-development, more cinematography, more editing, more like challenges. And I wanted this to be kind of like my journaling of NoFap, celibacy, all that stuff. But I haven't posted any in that video. But first step is just make it to 365 days, because that's going to be a huge, huge goal, because it's not easy. Like I feel like if I go back to day one, that's going to be a long climb back up to where I am right now. So really, counting the days is the only thing keeping me going now, because I'm up there in the days, and I just can't get complacent. So Andrew Coleman, I agree. I definitely envious of YouTubers that can post content and stuff they're passionate about. Yeah, my main channel is Fitzgerald Brown. It's been a while since I posted anything on it, so it's Fitzgerald Brown. And then I've got other channels where I was posting just for me and my accountability, my daily push-ups, my daily pull-ups, my daily plunges. But since I stopped doing those daily plunges, pull-ups, and push-ups, I kind of stopped posting that too. But that helped hold me accountable also at the time with that. I like counting days, and it's the days I counted the push-ups, the pull-ups, the plunges, it made me do it every single day. And now it's like so sporadic. So yeah, Fitz Brown was the channel that I would do my pull-ups and push-ups and plunges. That was just like shorts, just to document it. And the Fitzgerald Brown channel was more just random stuff, self-improvement, stuff I'm still talking about on this channel. But one thing at a time I need to focus on instead of having all this variety. So first focus is this channel and growing that and sticking with my word and trying to have you ever considered AA or Sex Addicts Anonymous? A lot of people swear. There's this one YouTuber who he's had a bunch of channels. I don't know his current channel, from Australia, but he's talked a lot about how he was addicted to alcohol, sex, the Sex Anonymous, Addicts Anonymous, and all that, and how he has a group and stuff. But for me, I don't think like I'm an addict anymore. Although I might get temptations and urges here and there, I'm not. I don't consider myself an addict anymore. And my main focus is just celibacy, semen retention, and like transmuting that energy to my goals, and like relabeling it instead of like NoFap, staying off of porn and not fapping. It's more so like transmuting the energy into what I want, which is the same thing, but I don't know. So it works for other people, but hey, what's up, John Cabrera, lifestyle, exactly. How you doing, John? And I appreciate the support. And I don't think, have I been on Reddit for a while? I don't know. I go off and on Reddit, so if I don't message you back on Reddit, John, I'm taking a break, which I do here and there. Sometimes I just don't feel like talking to people. I do feel like going ghost at times. Sometimes I don't even feel like making videos, but I promised myself I'd make a video every day. So, hey, sometimes I just don't feel like it. I can ramble. I can talk about nothing. What's this? Huh. Okay. How's your day going, John? Cabrera. Is that Spanish? Cabrera. Biggest current challenge? Well, the challenge I'm on right now of fasting for 72 hours, just to like rejuvenate my cells and all that. But that's gonna be over in a few hours, 8:45, which is 1 hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, a little over 4 hours. That'll be over. And that's hard. That was hard. This water fast that I've been on. Yo, what's up, Banana Beam? So that's the current challenge. While doing it, kind of sick. Like I haven't felt the best lately. Just nose-wise, stuffy nose, clogged up nose. And in the past of all these NoFap streaks and this channel, previous channels, every time I was sick, that would be an inevitable relapse. And this is the first time that I think this is the first time in years that I've been sick and that I have not relapsed. So that's progress right there, right? Appreciate the effort. Appreciate it, John Cabrera. I can't do that rolling R sound that Spanish people do. I worked in a Hispanic kitchen. A person from El Salvador and 2 people from Honduras, 2 brothers. And I was the only white guy that worked in the kitchen. Those people are hard workers. Like, they inspired me to like push more, and I don't know, they were just hard workers. I want to do a solitude cabin retreat. There's one in Colorado where you put in the cabin with a minimalist setup, and the only thing you can do is be present or meditate. I like that. Have you ever heard of darkness retreats? I don't think they have it in the States, but they put you in complete darkness where for a few days or so, they give you food and you have to kind of find the bathroom through like a string, but apparently you start, without all the senses, you start to like, you could see stuff. It's kind of like a DMT experience, which is interesting. Someone comes by once a day to bring you a meal. Yeah, it sounds like the darkness retreat thing I've been hearing about too. They bring you a meal here and there. I'd like to try that darkness retreat thing, or just not a retreat in a cabin in the woods, but a Vipassana. I want to try a Vipassana 10-day retreat, a silent Vipassana 10-day retreat, which I'm on the wait list for, but who knows if I'll get in. It's going to be end of this month if I get in for 10 days. I also want to do an ayahuasca retreat, and a darkness retreat would be cool too. Hey man, what's up, Twerk for work? Yeah, float tank. I've done a float tank 2 times now, I think. And I did a sound of the ice bath years ago, and there was someone who worked at like a float tank area, so I got like a discount off when I did that. That was a cool experience. Yeah, that was fun. But right now I'm just trying to save up, so I'm not going to those sauna ice baths I used to go to, the float tanks, the yoga classes. I'm just trying to save up now. I want to do ayahuasca as well. Did you like the float tank? Yeah, I liked it. It's the same experience I got though while sitting still meditating. It's like my mind is constantly racing, and I just need to learn to just be still with myself without all the distractions. And I'm working on it, but it's just, I'm laying there in the salt bath feeling relaxed, but my mind is always going. And yeah, it's something I'm trying to work on, or I need to work on. I haven't been trying to work on. Just stillness, more stillness in my life. That's the goal for 2024, is more stillness, more meditation, more breathing, more presence. What's the time over there? 21:26 in the UK. 21:26 would be 9:26, or wait, 11:10. It'd be 10:26. It's 4. I know this clock is 5 minutes ahead, so it's like 4:25 p.m. over here. Yeah, 9. Okay. Yeah, that's one non-negotiable I should have every single day is meditation, and then work from there with all the other habits. So tomorrow, day 1 of meditation every single day, whether it's setting the timer for 5 minutes, whether it's a breath work practice, whether it's just timing myself and seeing how long I can sit still. Something, at least something every single day, starting tomorrow. Yeah. To experience shrooms. Okay, so shrooms I have experienced, and that was a cool experience. When I worked on the weed farm, I never smoked weed, but I worked on a weed farm, and then he's like, "Do you want to try mushrooms?" I'm like, "Okay, why not?" Like, that's been on my list of things to try, and it was an interesting experience. It was cold. There was a bonfire. I was in a chair, but I just could not feel my legs. Like, I couldn't move my legs, and it was interesting. And once I got inside, I'd look at my hand, and I could see every hairpiece just so vividly. The colors were so vivid. and I'd be laying down looking at the ceiling in awe because of like it was just, my mind shut off. Like I couldn't think. I was just completely present and everything was just so much more vibrant. And I was like, after the experience, I was like, I want to experience this without the shrooms. I want to be able to be this present and aware and just focused without my mind just, yeah. Lasting differences, other than just wanting to be more present and be more aware and all that. But I think like anything, it's about just constantly practicing it. And once you're out of practice, you kind of lose it. It's like if you're not on NoFap, you're back to old habits or you're back to what you've always known. And it's a constant practice. Or if you're trying to work out and get in shape, it's like the moment you miss a day or you miss a few days, you're going backwards. So it's like an everyday thing, I think. Hey, what's up? The social rejects, psychedelic drugs are the only ones that appeal to me. Me too. I've always said if I were to take any drugs, it would be psychedelic drugs. Like I've never smoked, drank, did any of the other crack, cocaine, all that stuff. But like peyote, which is the masculine version of ayahuasca, I've wanted to try those two, and mushrooms. And that's really it. Those are really the only three I want to try. I've heard microdosing can shut you. I agree. It's like I also want to get to a point where I just want to create those chemicals within by myself. I'm always a big believer in, like, I don't want any outside tools. Like I have all the answers in me. I have all the tools in me. I just have to like unlock them in my mind, in my brain. And like I'm also a minimalist. Like I don't need stuff. I don't want stuff. The less stuff, the better. I'm just trying to get rid of stuff too. I'm trying to unpeel layers that I don't need. I'm just a simple person. Like I just want to, the goal is to just, I just want to trade, be able to live anywhere, a small place. I don't need people around me, although I'm comfortable with people. It's not, I used to be shy around people, but now I'm fine. I just want to live a simple life, but still challenge myself, still keep growing in all the aspects. That's the goal. We'll see how my life reveals. But yeah, I don't want substances. I'm not a big believer in substances. Like I've never taken prescription medication. This is how I grew up too. I never taken prescription medications. I've never taken ibuprofen. I've never, even vitamins. I mean, my parents, they take vitamins, but that's about the extent of medicine that they'll take. Like we've never been to a doctor. Hold up. I imagine the high feels profound during the moment, but I don't see how it would cure anything. You get to the root. Exactly. It's like those things like mushrooms and stuff. I think or even being on NoFap, it shows you what you need to work on, and it's up to you to work on it. And the higher up there in the days I get with NoFap too, it's like, if you don't work on this, you're going back down to where you used to be. And it's something I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to, watching van life videos, thought I'd have to live in one with how high rent is. Yeah, rent's getting insane everywhere, man. Inflation, and that's why I want to figure out the markets and trading so I don't have to worry about money, and I can just like master that skill. And once I have enough money, then I can use it for like other stuff. Especially, I not use it for stuff, but use it more for like like I said, ayahuasca retreats or yoga classes, or I have goal like, okay, I'd like to trade full time. I'm certified to be a personal trainer and like teach yoga, so I could do that on the side. Um, Maybe write a book in the future, who knows? Hopefully grow this channel, who knows about that, or multiple channels. Um, Create retreats. I don't know. I've never been one to focus more on like men's retreats, or I just want to like people in general. Like I don't want to focus on a specific thing. Like this is gonna be a men's channel, masculine channel that focuses on what men should do, because I think it's just a people thing. And I love watching Van Life. Thought I'd live on one. Oh yeah. And all I know is I hope for a world where life is more just and things are more financial in reach for regular folks, not just the wealthy. The 90s and other decades were like that. Yeah, you're right on that aspect, but there's, with each decade, with each, what's the word? With each generation, there's always going to be its problems and what worked, what didn't work. It's like people always say, I was just talking about, like, people are always saying the good old days. And yet, yes, in those days, they didn't have technology, they didn't have as much mental health things, but racism was a lot bigger then, sexism, people were more like less free as far as like the patriarchy and the females not being as seen or heard. So like every generation has its challenges. Like this generation, it's the technology, it's the mental health, it's the spending too much time on the phone and pornography, and it's about overcoming. How old am I again? 29. I'm 29. And I think the great thing about it's not wishing things were easier, but like overcoming life's challenges, because we're always gonna have them. When's my birthday? October 28th, 1994. It's like we shouldn't wish things were easier. We should wish, because each struggle and each tough moment grows us in some aspects. So yeah, I'm just trying to grow through the challenges, because a life without challenges, pretty boring life, in my view. If everything came natural, if everything came without work, if everything came easy, it just wouldn't feel as worth it to get. True, there's a lot of corruption and unnecessary suffering that needs to be. I wish I had a brother like you. I appreciate it. Twerk for work. You got it, brother. I'm your brother. Online brother. A lot of corruption and unnecessary suffering. Agreed. All we can do is, like Gandhi says, right? Be the change you want to see in the world. So as we grow ourselves, as we spread love, spread positivity, hopefully that grows the world at large, or like makes the world a nicer, more compassionate place. But it starts with ourselves, I think. That's why I think you gotta be selfish in some regards to be selfless. Like you can't always focus on other people. I think as long as you start loving yourself, working on yourself, and kind of sharing that with other people, then, because I've gotten taken advantage of in the past. There was this one person I wasn't attracted to, but I just wanted to help because she was going through a divorce, and like she couldn't pay rent, so I paid rent out. Then she didn't have a car at one point, so I was driving her back and forth to places, all while working 2 jobs. And she trashed the place that I was house sitting at, and just she would steal alcohol, and I would just say like no alcohol, and it was a whole mess of cops being called. And ugh, from then on, I was like, people don't want to save themselves. I can't be that person to try to help people. And from then on, I was like, I'm just gonna focus on myself. I can't save everybody that's struggling, that's going through hard times, because I always used to have that desire to help or see people struggling. And hold up, agreed. Put on your blinders up. Darkness. What conspiracy theories do you believe in? Have you taken the jab? Okay, so about the conspiracy theories. I'm not a conspiracy theorist, but I did not take the jab. So yeah, didn't take the jab. That's good. It also goes to what I was saying with I don't like external stuff in my body. So yeah, I didn't take the jab. How did you meet and how did they turn out? Who knows how they turned out? It was like, it ended with her sister taking her to New York. Eventually they moved everything out the house, which was a mess. All her children's stuff, and it was just a mess. Who knows how they turned out? I blocked them on everything. Like, they're like, I'm done focusing on them and the past. Kind of move on from past pretty easily. I don't really like to focus on the past. I like to focus on where I want to get to, who I want to be now. And the past is kind of, like, I really do not go back to the past. I'm same with relapses, really. So if I relapse, I try to forget it as much as possible. Or I move on as fast as possible, because I don't want to remember that pain. Although there is importance, I think, to remembering it so you don't forget it. But if I relapse, I'm just like, okay, tomorrow's day one. I don't care about that relapse. What's up, Andre Artis? Andrea? You have to look after yourself first. Exactly. Andrea, that's a female's name, right? Andrea? Or maybe it's a male's name, I don't know. Who knows? Good man, I never took the jab either. I went through a similar thing recently where I was helping a girl financially, I felt. Yeah, it's tough. Definitely tough. Especially when you have that heart to, like, you want to help people. And yeah, can't help people that don't want to help themselves. Andrea. Not at all. Not at all. I've had, how many people have I known named Andrea? One girl I went to high school with, she was Andrea. Have I known another Andrea? I don't think so. But yeah, not at all. Anybody can listen on this live stream. And everybody that comments keeps it going, really, because I remember I would just stare into the blank abyss of no one commenting. I'd see people join, and then they'd leave, and then they'd join, but no one said anything. So I appreciate the talking and the conversations, and me rambling on about nothing. Reminds me of getting a homeless man money, and he was visibly upset when I went. Yeah, I don't get that either. I think I gave a homeless person some money, and they were really appreciative, and they said, God bless you. But it's like, it's the same with life though, right? Same with me wanting more subscribers, me wanting to blow up the channel. I think it's about, the hard part is appreciating what you have. Of course, wanting to grow, wanting to expand, wanting to learn. But the hard part is appreciating what you already have right now is like enough. And most people fail to just appreciate what they have, because it can always be worse. I always think, like, I can always be in a rougher spot. I have so many opportunities. It's like, I'm blessed. And I could be living in a third world country. I could have no arms and legs. And there are people without arms and legs that are happier than the Western world. They're smiling, they're dancing, and there's just so much to be grateful for what you have. And like even $3 to a homeless person is better than $0. And let's bring it NoFap wise. Being on day one is a lot better than having just relapsed or being on day 0. To appreciate the day one, to appreciate every day that you're free or every day that you're working towards your goals. I think we look at this big 90-day goal, or for me 365-day goal, and we fail to appreciate each day and the journey essentially. Because yeah, I've been focused a lot on, like I've been on the YouTube Studio app. I've been constantly looking at how many views I'm getting. Are my subscribers increasing? What comments am I getting? I'm too caught up in that stuff. So I'm a work in progress too, and yeah, just appreciation. So every day is a victory, absolutely. And not just every day, every hour is a victory. Every minute, every second, every moment is a victory. It's like if you can be fully present and not let the mind go out of control when it does want to relapse and with whatever, that's when you like got true self-mastery, which is not easy. I still distract myself a lot. A minute can be long. That's true. That's true. Set the timer for 5 minutes and just set it and like close your eyes, and there will be times, I mean, I've had them too, where your mind will start playing, like you're like, damn, has it been 5 minutes already? Did I even start the clock? Did I even start the timer will be one of the conversations that you have, because 5 minutes will seem a lot longer than it seems either scrolling through social media or YouTube, and that's true. As you're present, time seems to go slower, but as you're like busy, time seems to fly by and move pretty fast. My ADHD is so bad, it's very apparent. I get it. I mean, it's a skill like anything. The more you do it, the more focused you'll get, the more aware you'll get, the less ADHD symptoms you'll have. So yeah, it's tough though with the world, with this phone, because it's like it trains you to lose that attention span, to lose that focus. And I need to build that skill up this year, like the focus skill, because I'm constantly checking my phone, even when I don't get notifications. I'm checking it for no reason. I literally feel like I'm just sitting there with my eyes closed thinking. But that's the first step. So meditation for beginners, like I'm a beginner myself, I think is just to set the timer for however long and to just let the thoughts go. Like not letting them go, but let the thoughts do what they're supposed to do. And just, you could get lost in the thought, you could bring it back to the present moment. Just sitting there, stillness, even with a bunch of thoughts, even if you feel like you haven't done anything, that's the first step, I think. For me too. It's just about not bringing it back to the present moment, not bringing it back to the breath like most practices, but just to set the timer and just sit for however long, every single day. And then I think once you get better at it, to start incorporating, focusing on the breath, body scanning, all sorts of different practices out there with meditation. The list is endless. And good on you for making it to 66 days. Yeah, I feel like once I gain momentum, then it's a lot easier to keep going. It's the beginning stages that are really hard because it took me my last big streak. I don't remember. It might have been a year ago because I'd always relapse after 7 days or 21 days, and I could never figure it out. But once I'm on a long enough streak and I've built momentum, it's like I don't want to break that streak and go back to day one. It's another incentive to keep going. That's why counting the days, it works for me. It helps me. It's the reason I'm on day 66. But yeah, 66 days is not even halfway to a year. So I got to keep thinking. I got to keep can't get complacent with 66 days because the temptations are there. The urges are there. They're not as powerful, and I can kind of overcome them, but there's still those like small voices in my head, or curiosity to go back, or to just numb, and because it's like my mind knows that's what I've used as escapes. So, but for the most part, I haven't experienced any urges, so that's good. Temptations are around, yes, but every day is amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. Has anyone who's watching this thought about making their own YouTube vlogs of like daily uploads, journal entries? For me, it's like a journal of just not necessarily NoFap, but just my life. And it helps me. I know a lot of people worry about people finding their channel or people they know coming across it. I don't think, unless you actually tell someone you know that you're making YouTube videos, I don't think people can come across it. And it is almost like a safe space. Unless the people are searching NoFap videos, and even if they are, they'll come across people who are pretty big on YouTube anyway and have a bunch of subscribers if they search NoFap. And no one's gonna search NoFap and come across my videos with 300 some subscribers. So I always recommend people document their journeys because everyone's going through different, what works for one person might not work for another person, and it helps me. It's helped me get to 66 days. And yeah, temptations are everywhere. And we're not working on getting rid of temptations. We're working on being strong enough to be able to see temptations but not act on it. Kind of like meditation. See the thoughts, be aware of the thoughts, but not act on the thoughts. Nice to listen to you. Hey, I ramble. I can ramble about nothingness. And who would have known? Because I still get shy in front of the camera, and it's still like I can't look at the camera. I can look at the camera, but as I'm talking, I'm always like looking elsewhere. And just I've been talking in front of the camera, I think, since I was 18, 17, and I made NoFap videos then too. Banana Beam, do you spend your days resisting urges, or are you in control of them? I think so. When an urge comes, and we know what leads up to urges too. So it could start off as like a small thought. It could start off as like a small trigger. And that's when we should really catch ourselves with the urge, because it can escalate into where you're just subconscious, you're not even like yourself, and you're just acting like almost zombie-like, where you just relapse and you're just not, and you're almost like a robot. So if we catch it early, in like, because we know what leads to relapses, whether it's spending too much time on the phone, scrolling through social media, all that stuff, which I've still been guilty of, which led to even more intense urges, even though I knew what I was doing would lead to urges. Sometimes it's hard to control, and the quicker you are aware of it and can just like stop it, the easier it is. Because like eventually, it's like it gets to that tipping point where you have the urges and you're semi-conscious, and then you get into like that unconscious mode where you're just not even really thinking, and a small part of your mind's going, you shouldn't be doing this, you're going to relapse, but you're not in control of your body anymore, and it's just like, or in mind, and it's just automatic, and then you go relapse. So it's about being, I think, aware of it early on. I think I heard something about like killing ants or something, the analogy, um, killing them when they're small. Autonomic, it stood for something. Hold up, I'm missing stuff here. I try staying off Facebook. Exactly. Social media was a big thing for me. Yeah, urges come and go, but we entertain them. Yeah, social media was a big thing because it wasn't so much what I saw on social media, because I follow like pretty good, like pretty inspiring people and stuff. It was more so when my self-esteem would drop, when I would be going against what I said I want to do. And if I say I want to stay off social media and I start going on social media, part of my mind would just start beating myself up like, damn, are you really this weak? And the more I beat myself up, the lower my self-esteem would drop, which would eventually get into a headspace of just like, screw it, I just don't care anymore. And when I'm in the I don't care anymore mindset, then it's really hard to get back up. And like a relapse is almost inevitable at that point. So I haven't been on social media. But so the triggers now, I'm not proud of myself. I'm still every now and then messaging women and focusing a little too much on women, even though I'm trying not to. So that's one thing. What else? Thinking of like not recently, but like thinking of hooking up, thinking of just releasing. But then I keep thinking I think what helps the urge the most right now so far is thinking of, every time I think, I'm like, I know what this leads to. Like, I know it's not worth it. And I know, also reading Reddit posts of people that have gone years and 90 days, and reading Reddit posts on relapses, and it inspires me to just, it reminds me, it makes me more aware of the journey I'm on. Because being up there in the days, I could forget how bad it feels to relapse, and like the shame, the guilt. I think the two lowest emotions or energies people can have is shame and guilt. And that's what I felt every time I would relapse. Hold up. So those are my triggers: phone usage and just not doing what I'm supposed to do. Saying one thing and not doing it, not following through. My main issue are being bored and being depressed and using porn to escape. That's when I relapse the most. I feel that. I've been right there. And hey, every day, all we can do is take it day by day. All we can do is suggest reading the easy peasy method for PMO. Everything will come together. I have this book, Your Brain on Porn. I've never read it, but yeah, that helped in the past too, when I was so focused on like the porn aspect of this journey. I'd watch a lot of videos on ex porn stars who like told the truth about like the porn industry and how bad it really was, and how um, just like how destructive it is, and that helped. But now, I've been reading a lot of just the esoteric side of it, of the semen retention, the celibacy, um, the sexual transmutation part of it. There's this one guy called Pat something Davis who made a promise with himself that he would not focus on any women or anything sexual until he reached $1 million. And it took him like 17 months or so. So, yeah. It's a just easy peasy method. I've had my best streaks not paying attention to NoFap at all. If I focus on it by reading or even watching videos, it unfortunately just makes the process hard, out of sight, out of mind. I get that too, but for me, well, of course I count the days and I make videos and I'm still looking at Reddit posts and stuff. If I'm not, I've tried not counting it and not focusing on it, but then just because it's so used to going to porn or to fapping or to hooking up, it's like I need to not rewire, but like create new wirings away from that. Because even though I wasn't focused on it, it would still go back to that with a stressful day or not doing what I'm supposed to do, and those triggers that it's used to going back to. So if I was conscious of NoFap and okay, this is not good for me, I don't know, it would help me not relapse. But I get not making like your whole life about focusing on NoFap, because there is more stuff to focus on. Hold up. Bliss of the Celibate by Julian Led. I should check that out. I've had my best streaks. So I'm reading The Coiled Serpent right now. It's talking about like lower desires and semen retention and all that. So that's a good book. I'm reading it on my Kindle. I think it's a Kindle. Pretty good. Pretty hard to read too, because it's almost written like a textbook. And I'm not that great with reading information-based books because it's hard to like retain, but it's a good book. The Coiled Serpent by, who knows? I forgot. But Bliss of the Celibate, I'll check that out. Hey, I got 6 people and 7 likes. Might stream for maybe an hour more. And yeah, I can't eat anything till 8:45. I'm probably gonna break the fast with some Japanese teppanyaki kind of food. Vegetables, fried rice, miso soup, mushrooms, big portions. Hey, this is the most amount of interaction and people I've had on this live stream since I've been live streaming. So I appreciate it. I appreciate everything. Every time I whistle, my cat eventually just comes to me. It's like It's like a cat calling. Like every time I whistle, my cat Olive is like coming to me. If I whistle for longer than a minute or two. Right, Olive? Right. She's right behind this camera. This phone. Oh. Hey, I got 7 people now joined. 7 people and 7 likes. 7, 7. 7's my number. I've always said 7 was my number. 7 and 25. 2 plus 5 is 7 anyway, so 25 and 7. Well, 6 people now. Yay, it's growing. Andrea Artist, so how'd you come across my channel? Or is it just LiveStream? I'm always curious how people have come across my channel. Community, that's what I'm trying to build. A community of growth. But in order to build that community, I need to start growing too. And I've been pretty stagnant recently. LiveStream, okay. Well, I appreciate you being here and not getting bored of me. But yeah, thanks for joining. I like listening to interesting people. I guess, am I interesting? Who knows? Who knows? But thanks for joining. Plus, I'm not really feeling the best sick-wise. I'm like a little congested. So, it is what it is. 5 people. 5 people watching me. You are sharing from your heart. Very honest. Thank you. Thank you. I dig your positivity. Something I'm working on. Yeah. I've always been, always trying to look at the bright side of things. Like, I always believe I can do it. I see someone, I'm like, why can't I achieve that? But I also have that negative side. Oh, there's Olive. Of, like, I like saying things as they are. Like, I like saying I'm not in the best shape of my life. I like saying, like, I'm not where I want to be, and kind of beating myself up at times, but kind of being raw and real and authentic, but not staying in that mindset and trying to like work on those insecurities and weaknesses. But yeah, I've always thought like if someone can do it, why can't I do it? And plus negativity, there's a place for negativity, I think. To not be like, I don't know the word I'm trying to come up with. Do you have any advice on how to stop fantasizing about lustful thoughts? Not fantasizing about lustful thoughts. I mean, I got lustful thoughts too. We're human, but I got no advice. I can't give advice to something that I also deal with. My advice to myself would be have that meditation non-negotiable, because that's the best non-negotiable to have, where you can like be aware of those lustful thoughts and not act on them. But it's something I don't meditate every day. I should, but that's the first step that I would work on for having lustful thoughts. It's tough though. It's really tough, but it gets better over time. I think just as long as we're constantly working on ourselves, constantly trying to grow, constantly trying to figure out what went wrong, what went right, what tools work, what tools don't, what we want to be in this life versus what we don't want to be. Focus more on like inspiration versus like trying to stay off of stuff. Who do we want to be in this life? Stuff I'm trying to work on too, because yeah, the thoughts are there. JK Wheeler 95. Just a few more hours before I can finally eat my Chinese food, Japanese food. I'm excited about that. 72 hours without eating. It's been a while that I've done one of these things. And the last thing I did that was 72 hours was like a year or two ago, and it was juice. So like juiced a bunch of vegetables, different vegetables, beets, oranges. I don't even remember what I juiced. It was turmeric, ginger. This one was pure water, a pure water fast. While being sick, so it was tough. How long is my fast? I always, everything I always try doing the most. Same with races. Like if there's a bunch of different distance options, I'll always choose the highest. Like if there's 100-mile, if there's 100K or 50K, I'll always go for the 100K. And that goes for also the fasting, and it's usually intermittent, 24-hour, 48-hour, and 72-hour. And then there's more than 72-hour, but I was like, why not go for 72 hours? So it'll be 72 hours at 8:45, and it's like 5:10 now. So yeah, 72 hours of just water. I haven't done a water fast, so it was hard. Not gonna lie, it's the body gets used to it, but it's not easy, because especially looking at food or being around food makes it a lot more challenging. But it's a good mental. I like challenging myself mentally as well as I've never done that. I've done one juice thing. Other than that, I've never. I like to challenge myself. Does removing PMO from your life require an identity change? Am I just? I think so. I think so. Um, there's so many different tools to removing PMO, and it's a mindset shift. It's also just over the years, the less you do it, the less you binge. Scientifically speaking, the neurological association with PMO just gets weaker and weaker and weaker. It's about looking at it from like the long-term range, because over the years it's just gotten less and less and less, where if I relapse, it would just be like, okay, I'm starting again, instead of binging for a whole week and then starting. And then in the beginning it was binging for a whole month before I started again. And it just keeps improving, and looking at like the long term progress rather than just streaks, which is why I get why people don't count the days, why people say don't count the days. I'd say if you're going to count the days, count everything, including the relapses, so you can like see the progress over the months, over the years. I should get that. I have this sheet of paper where I've written how many days I documented, and how many of those days have been relapses, and how many of those days have been non-relapses. And I'm like on day 100 and something with only or 200 something with only 30 some relapses, and 100 something with 30 some relapses. So I'm pretty proud of that, more so this consecutive streak I have. Because if I relapse, I just get right back up, and it's just one day missed, and then, yeah. So I've retained more days in 200 some days than I have relapsed, than I have busted a nut and relapsed. But it's definitely a mindset shift. Everything starts in the mind, right? It starts off with our thoughts. So many different tools to overcoming this, to overcoming our minds. Because the mind, it's hard. The mind is just hard to control, or hard to be aware and not give in to those desires. Hey, 7 people, 7 likes. J.K. Wheeler, 95, and Andrea, artist. And who else is in here? Anybody else? The social reject? That's 3 people. Apparently there's 4 more people. Yeah. Hey, 8 people now. I think the most it's ever been in a live stream on this channel has been maybe 8. Or maybe this is the most it's ever been. 7 now. I don't think there's ever been double digits in my live stream. Which makes sense, because it's still a semi-small channel and it's slowly growing. So I guess the more it grows, the more. Hold up. I'll bring out that little piece of paper. Hold up. I'll be right back. It's in my pocket. I'll be right there. Coming. All right, I'm back. We have a record. Why fast when you can slow? Hey, that's my advice to anyone that wants to get into ultra running and stuff, is to do it low heart rate, slower. Because over time, going zone 2 heart rate actually builds up the heart more so that you can go faster at a lower heart rate. Go slow to go fast, you've heard that saying. Anyways, what's this? What's the date today? February 14th? 13th? 13th? So yeah, if it's February 13th, in 241 days that I've recorded, my whole, since I've started recording, Valentine's Day, yeah. Well, I've never celebrated Valentine's Day, or really any holiday. I've never been big on holidays. Like, if you're going to celebrate something, why not celebrate it every day? Or I don't know. I'm not big on holidays. Never have been, but that's just me. So in 241 days, I've relapsed 33 days, and I've been clean 208 days, which is way more impressive than 60. What day am I on? 66 days? 66 days? Anyways, happy Valentine's Day for everyone who's watching, because love is the most powerful thing out there. Love for yourself, love for other people, love for animals. Love is everything, especially love for yourself. Because if you can't love yourself, how can you fully love other people? It's like the saying, fill your cup up and give from the overflow. If you don't have anything to give, if you don't fill your own cup, then you've got nothing to give. Which is why I'm trying to gain all these skills and grow so that I can give the people watching me stuff, advice. Except I don't like giving advice. But yeah, I'm trying to grow myself, fill up my own cup, so that I have more to offer the world. Uh-oh. There she comes. Olive. 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 Good girl. Good girl, Olive. Oh, did anyone say anything? I don't think so. Andrea, artist. Are you an artist, Andrea? Anyone want to see my artwork? There's two right there. And those are the only times I've ever painted. I'm not a big painter. Every once in a while I'll get like the urge to paint, but it's not that often. I'm trying to be. So if you want to see the two abstract art pieces I painted, let me know. Would love to see. All right, let's see. Let me get it. It's literally right there. I think there's more somewhere else, but. All right, here it goes. Here's the first one. Pretty abstract. And the second one, ta-da! No idea what it is. I've always been like shapes. If I ever paint, it's like shapes and lines and kind of abstract kind of thing. But yeah, those are there's like two more somewhere else, but yeah, that's pretty much my artwork. The only artwork I've ever done in my life, really, unless it was like art class back in middle school. Oh, back to 3. People must have not liked the artwork. People are dropping like flies on this live stream. Hey. But yeah, thank you, Andrea. I appreciate it. Oh, 5 people. 5 people and 7 likes. Whoop, back to 6 people. You're available. Thank you. And thanks for joining the live stream and making it fun and entertaining. So you're planning on staying single? Absolutely. For the rest of my life. That's what I want. That's my path. the lone monk, the lone wolf. That's on a constant journey of self-introspection, self-growth. Yeah. It might seem lonely, like a lonely path, but that's just the path that I want. The celibate, lone wolf, constantly trying to learn, grow, figure myself out path till the day I die. Spiritual journey, 100%. 100%. Being alone is not always lonely. It depends. That's true. I've made videos, not on this channel, channels I've deleted, on like the difference between being alone and being lonely. Because you can be in a group, you can be surrounded by a group of people and feel lonely. And you can be you can be alone in like nature, but feel so connected to everything and not feel lonely, although you're alone. That's like two different words. But yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. Loneliness and aloneness is more so the state of mind and not so much the environment. Right, Olive? Right. Oh. Um, Running is also good meditation. I agree. So yes, there's moving meditation and running and all that. But I also think no matter who you are, whether you have ADHD or whether you're constantly busy, I think everybody needs some form of stillness. And I think a lot of people try getting off on the concept of like running can be a form of meditation or walking can be a form of meditation, which it can, but I think we all need just the stillness and like the sitting form of meditation in our lives. Because I don't think people have a problem with staying busy. I think people have a problem with quieting the mind and just sitting with it. And I think people need sitting meditation. I need sitting meditation. I can call running in nature in the mountains as a form of meditation, but it's still doing. And I think we need to be human beings rather than human doings. So everything can be a form of meditation as long as you're aware and present. Kind of like yoga is basically a form of just being present, being aware. It wasn't until later on in yoga. Like the original yoga pose was actually Sukhasana, which is like meditation. And then from there, all the acrobatic styles of movement and breath came into play. But originally, it's just meditation. That was the original thing for yoga. And yeah, I think, oh, there's a dog. Spot. I got to get back to my running once my nose clears up, and then develop a streak with that. Um, Running for me has always been about the mind because it's not easy to do. So it's always been like a mental challenge, especially the longer distance stuff, like the 50K distances, the mountain runs, the 50 milers, the 100 milers, eventually 100, 200 milers. Like, I just want to challenge myself because it's like, it's more for the mental than it is because I enjoy it. I enjoy the mental challenge of it. And of course, being outside in nature, but the running sucks. I mean, it's tough. It's tough to get me out the door to run, to train, but that's why I do it. Well, that's why I'm trying to do it. And that's why I had a streak of last year. I had a 267-day streak of at least 7 miles every day, which included a lot of ultra races, 100 milers, 200 milers, Ragnar races, Ragnar relay races, 50 milers, 50Ks, back-to-back weekends too. And since that streak got broken, it's been hard to get motivated to run. So I need to get a new streak going because that's really the only thing that motivates me to get out the door. Gosh, that'll help with NoFap. I think anything you're trying to stay off of, being busy helps, definitely. Doing anything that's not self-deprecating or like negative is beneficial. I think like eating healthy, moving the body, stretching, breath work, running, all sorts of stuff. Anything is, if you're trying to stay off of an addiction, I think so many different tools can help, including running. And being out in nature, being out in the mountains, connecting with yourself, your breath. Except I can't connect with my breath now because I got the sniffles. So you need respect for yourself. Yeah, the tools also, I think, it builds self-esteem. And when you have a high self-esteem, you're more likely not to go back into negative patterns or old pathways, old habits. So it just, yeah, these tools, the tools like running and ice baths and just positive stuff, it builds your self-confidence and self-esteem, which in turn helps you not to go backwards rather than forwards. It's interesting how you can type in live stream on YouTube and my channel comes up. That's pretty interesting that you found me that way, Andrea. Ice baths, yeah. Or cold plunges. I bought this 100-gallon stock tank, filled it with water, and it's still cold. I haven't done it in a while, but in the wintertime, like when it really gets cold, it'll form this layer of ice, and you'll break the ice, and then it's really like an ice dam. Then I used to go to the sauna ice bath thing, which is it's on Tuesdays and Thursdays, probably 5 p.m. to like 7 or 6. An insanely hot sauna. Then you get in an ice tub, and then you go back and forth, which I miss, but I'll do it eventually. Maybe this spring, summer, maybe next year. That was fun. Um, yeah. It's everything I do is mentally, like for the mental, and less about the physical. Some like I had today. Hey, that's awesome. Ice baths are awesome. I've been just a wimp lately and haven't been doing it. Or cold plunges or anything really. Been a wimp. Some luck. I met finding you. Some luck. There's nothing special about me. Like, I bet there's a lot more entertainment or entertaining live streams out there than mine. Do your values and beliefs about PMO need to change in order to remove from your life? I think so. I think yeah, it does help. But like I would have values against it and know it's bad and everything, but still my subconscious would keep going back to it. So yeah, it's like I don't want to be that guy that watches that stuff. But at the same time, my subconscious would still go back to it. So it's really a patient and long-term journey that just it sucks at times because you're like, I thought I overcame this. Why am I back in the cycle? And the mind can just out of nowhere self-sabotage, bunch of progress you make, and you might feel like you're back in the square one, and it's a long-term journey, and it's rough some days. Hold up, did I miss anything? Yo, what's good, Horizon Vision? What's good? But yeah, I think values and beliefs about it, they have to change over time because it's like we can't keep escaping to that stuff. And we have to see it as it is. It's just, and we have to keep reminding ourselves of what it is. And the spirit warth against the flesh, and the two are contrary one to another. KGV, and I'm great. You? Absolutely. Yeah. We have to just tap into our spirits. And I'm doing good. Horizon Vision. The fast is almost over. A few hours to go. Then I get to eat some Japanese food, some Japanese what's it called? Where they do it on the thing, and I'm doing takeout, but fried rice and mushrooms and vegetables because I'm vegan, and I almost was gonna slip up on that vegan. I was like, hey, why not just celebrate with some fried chicken and undo all this progress that I fasted with? But yeah, I'm glad you had a good day. What time is it over there, Horizon Vision? That's from the King James Bible. Well done. I'm going to try a couple days fasting away. Hey, good luck. Are you going to do a 24-hour, a 48-hour, or a 72-hour fast? Because they're all hard. And it helps. I have this intermittent plus fasting app, and it helps because I see the stages I'm going through. I see the amount of time it's been, And each stage is doing something different. Like I'm burning fat this stage. I'm 100% HGH is released. It's interesting. I think it's Fasting Plus, the app is called. It's free. And every time I do it, I've used it. And I'm just following along every hour what's going on in my body. It enters into a state of autophagy after like 20 some hours where the cells begin to like regenerate. 10:38 p.m., dude. What about where you are in 2 full days and nights? 2 full days and nights. Yeah, it's rough. 10:38 p.m. So that's bedtime. You got to go to bed, Horizon. Hey, it's what time is it? 5:40. 5:40. 5:40 p.m. Never sleep. You gotta learn to sleep, man. Sleep's good. I'm probably sleeping way too much, to be honest. But I got to get rid of this cold. But hey, you got that NoFap energy. Use it. You gotta use it. I have trouble sleeping at night too. But not as bad as you. I'm still, if I do have trouble sleeping, it'll hopefully be before midnight that I fall asleep. Hopefully. Dinner time, that's annoying. Yeah, the toughest part about the fast, I think, is the dinner time. Because that's when it's the toughest. Yeah, that's what it is. It's retention energy, bro. It's annoying. Yeah, but we gotta transmute it somehow. But I'd rather have that energy and not be able to sleep than feel shame, guilt, low on energy. So I'd rather go off of no sleep with NoFap energy than try to bust a nut and you're almost done. Hang in there. Oh yeah, for the fast, yeah. A few more hours to go. That's true. 2 more hours. And then I get to eat. That's exciting. But I'm never done with NoFap and celibacy. That's an ongoing journey. I'm not even halfway to a year. We'll see how this journey goes. There's no guarantee. There's no guarantee that I'll hit a year. I'm still taking it day by day. So it's just a blessing. I'm on day 66. It's a blessing. Grateful. Gratitude. Same. We got the same mindset. And yeah, fasting sucks, but you feel amazing. Absolutely. Absolutely. 100%. 100%. I'm saying 100% a lot. I got it from someone who always said 100%. Now I'm saying it a lot. Huh. Coming up to 2-day retention. Anything better than day 0, I'd say is a great day. It's like any day above ground is a great day because you're alive. You're breathing. And any day above day 0 is a great day. Any day we're moving towards our goals is a great day. Any days we're aware and conscious of ourselves are great days. Any days we're present in the moment is a great day. Every day is a great day. Even the tough days are great days, to be honest, because we learn a lot about ourselves in those rough spots. 2 days of retention. And we gotta celebrate every day too, which I fail to do. I'm always looking for the next big milestone, and I fail to celebrate like the small milestones that I have each day that I make it. So celebrating each day is something I'm trying to work on. Thank you, bro. My biggest problem right now is vaping. I'll quit eventually, but stress is the kicker. Yeah, stress. Stress is a trigger for a lot of stuff, and plus it's just not healthy in the long term. But yeah, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. something I'm trying to work on. I'm not good at one thing at a time either. I'll try doing a bunch of stuff all at once, like all these habits, overcome all these addictions, and yeah, sometimes the best thing to do is one thing at a time, which I don't do. So I need to learn that. One thing at a time. And stress is a big trigger for most things. If we can figure out meditation, prayer, just coming back into a state of calmness and not letting the stress get to us, then I think we can overcome pretty much everything. Because stress is like the #1 killer, I heard. It affects our immune system. Same, I get that, bro. It's like the mind wants to race to eliminate bad habits and stuff. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. Stress releases cortisol, not the good kind of cortisol. So people can literally get illnesses and die from too much stress, from constant stress. It's getting dark. Sun's going down. Yeah, it's getting dark. Only a few more hours till I can eat. 72 hours. Damn, I'm pretty proud of myself. That's a long time without eating anything. Hey, 7 likes, 7 people. Yeah, my dad is reliant on Guinness because he works 24/7 and he's stressed. I got him a David Bowie t-shirt as a gift. I want to be there for him. Yeah, I feel that. So, yeah, I hope. It's hard because, like, for loved ones, it's hard trying to help someone, and we can help people, but it's like, ultimately, it's up to them to want to change. And it's a process like anything, but yeah, I was just talking about before you joined this live stream how I was trying to help this person, and she tried, but then she'd go right back to numbing herself with alcohol and stuff, and it was just a cycle where I eventually learned, like, I can't help this person unless they want to help themselves. And from coming from somebody who always wanted to help people, I can't help everybody is what I learned. And it's tough at times because it's like, if they're your family members, if they're people you care for, and they're still in those negative cycles, all you can do is, like, be there for them, try helping, listen, but ultimately they need to put in the work themselves. It's tough. It is tough. Agreed, bro. The problem is them breaking the subconscious and unconscious pattern. We can only encourage them. Yep. Absolutely, yeah. It's tough because the older you get, the more rooted the mental, the habits are. The more rooted the habits are, the harder it is to change. It's not impossible, but it's harder. So my triggers are social media, the phone. If I spend too much on the phone, if I spend too much time on social media, YouTube, which I'll equate to phone really, or if I keep promising all these promises that I promised myself, and I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and then I just don't follow through with them, it drops my self-esteem, which eventually, when I have low self-esteem, I tend to want to just escape. I tend to want to numb, and the first thing to numb is either messaging women, hooking up, or PMO. So those are my triggers that I'm working on. And just thinking about women in general, women, or just messaging women, or thinking of lustful thoughts, they tend to escalate. So I can't feed into those thoughts. So those are my triggers. It's kind of like, have you heard the story about like the good wolf and the bad wolf? Um, which one starves and like which one grows? It's like whichever one you feed. If you feed the wolf that's always saying positive stuff like you can do this, you can overcome this, or building up on positive habits and focusing on that rather than beating yourself up or going towards negative habits, it's like everything will grow based on the energy and thoughts we give it, if that makes sense, maybe. But yeah, triggers, just like anything really. Phone usage, messaging women, thinking about it, giving my energy towards lustful thoughts, curiosity. Yeah. Same, man. That's why I'm always focused on myself now, because other people's views can drag us back down. And yeah, I have always stayed dedicated. Love you, man. Love yourself, man. You're worth it, bro. Absolutely. Gotta love ourselves. I think there's a time and place to kind of beat yourself up, like be real with yourself. Like, damn, I'm not following through. I'm not smart. But then you have to oppose those thoughts with like, okay, this is where I am right now. I'm not happy. I'm not where I want to be. But then have the thoughts of like, okay, where do I go to change that, to get to where I want to get? And you got to have both, I think. The thoughts that say things as they are, but also the thoughts that move you forward from that. But yeah, we all beat ourselves up more than we praise ourselves, so the balance isn't quite there. Most people beat themselves up more than they compliment themselves and love themselves. And problem equals solution. Yes, sir. Got 5 people watching now, 5 people and 7 likes. I appreciate every single one of you for joining and not making this just me staring at a camera, which is what it was. But it's been fun. Been fun. I need to do a live, but YouTube won't let me. Yeah, I think I couldn't start doing lives until I think it's 100 subscribers. 50. I think it's 50 subscribers. 50 or 100 until you can do a live stream is what I found out. Because I wanted to do a live stream before I even had 50 subscribers. Or I wanted to see if you could do it. And yeah, I think you need 50 subscribers or 100. Oh, like TikTok, I need 1K followers in there. Oh, so you can't live stream? I gotta figure out TikTok if I want to grow my YouTube channel to like grow the audience from TikTok to move it to YouTube. YouTube, I want to be like the main thing. I don't really like any other social media platform, but if I want to grow on YouTube, I also think I need TikTok and other platforms. Maybe. you would double your subscribers in 2 weeks. I don't know about that. I don't know about doubling, but yeah, I might have to try TikTok again. It didn't work last time, because I would try to upload the NoFap videos on TikTok and it just wouldn't upload for some reason. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if I get the urge to get back on TikTok. 7. That's the most it's been. I think it's been 8 people and 7 likes. But yeah, 7 people watching. Watching me ramble and talk and hold up. I think there's a way for anyone to live stream on YouTube if you do it through StreamYard. Yeah, I heard that too. Yeah, you don't necessarily need the subscriber count and stuff. I've heard, yeah, StreamYard. The reels are just 10-minute required length. That may be why. Yeah, lately I have been making videos over 10 minutes, so that makes sense. And a lot of my videos have been over 10 minutes, even in the past. So, ooh, 8. I got 8 people. Personal record. Pretty sure it's a personal record. So, shout out to back to 7, back to 8, and 8 likes. Hey, PR right there. Personal record. Most people that have ever tuned in to this live stream. I'm tuning in and out in between doing chores. Hey, appreciate it. What chores are you doing? Like cleaning, cooking, shopping? But yeah, I appreciate you tuning in when you do. Olive, what you doing, Olive? What you doing? Olive. Cleaning, all right. That's something I need to do, actually. Tomorrow I will clean. Olive. Hey, 9 likes and 8 people. It's growing. It's blowing up. This live stream is blowing up, Olive. What am I going to do? What am I going to do? What am I... Oh, 10 likes. Hey. It's going insane. It's going insane. Yeah. Olive. Yeah, Olive and QK. Yeah. Olive. They're saying hi. Olive. What you doing, Olive? Good girl. Good girl, Olive. I think 10 likes is the most it's ever been on a live stream. I always wanted to get a dog so I can walk the dog and have someone to look after. I've always had dogs growing up until I got cats, which was 7th, 6th grade. So I've had dogs. I had a poodle, a chihuahua, a Shih Tzu / poodle, and then I had hamsters, I had a monkey, I had fish, I had turtles, and now I've got cats. Hey, 11 likes and 4 people watching. And then I've had many deaths over the years of cats and dogs and all sorts of things. So I've experienced death in that aspect of pets. They come and go. Which is sad, but death is a part of life, I guess. So we just have to appreciate people and the animals in our lives while we have them. This is pretty dark. Maybe I should turn the light on. Yeah, when we lose them, it's horrible. I've had a few animals growing up. All right, let's turn the light on. It's getting a little dark here. All right. The monkey's name was Coco, K-O-K-O, or Contest, which is K-O-N-T-E-S-T. Coco, back when I lived in Turkey. My dad's class. Hey, that's awesome. Hey, Horizon, did you see the artwork I shared that I used to paint? The artwork, the one time I've ever painted in my life. There's two others, I think, somewhere, but that's what I could find, at least, of my artwork. Coco's a good name for any animal. What? Yeah. Thank you. I might dabble in it some other time this year. Who knows? I've got the whatever you call the thing you paint on. What is it called? I don't know. We'll see. It's like a Van Gogh. Is it? Maybe. Canvas, that's it. Yep, canvas. Side business, nah, definitely not. Side business student, painting. I'm not gonna sell my artwork. It's not that good that someone would buy it. Definitely not that. How to overcome strong urges? Well, when it gets to the point where you're just almost unconscious and you're like about to relapse, it's really hard. It's almost about like you got to get to that split-second decision of like, all right, I got to end this live stream in like 5-10 minutes. So thanks for joining, and probably okay 5-10 minutes we got still. So if you have any questions, and no advice over here because I still get urges, and some of the urges that I've overcome have been just close calls and like a miracle that I haven't given into them so far. At that point, close your eyes, breathe. Exactly. Close your eyes, breathe, feel the urge, but don't act on it. Which is easier said than done, but just stuff we're all trying to work on. It's not having good goals makes it easier. It does. Things you're working towards. Rather than trying to grit your teeth, trying to stay off of porn and trying to stay off of negative habits and junk food, more so just focusing on positive habits, what you want to be in life, seeing your like future self, and having something to like work towards helps also. There's just different tools. that help. But yeah, I gotta end this soon, so thanks for joining, everybody. The Social Reject, the Rising Vision, J.K. Wheeler, Andrea Artist. There were other people too. Hidden Challenger, Hidden Challenge 041. And there were other people. I just scrolling, can't see them. But yeah, I appreciate you joining this live stream and just keeping it fun. Everything is energy. Our thoughts create energy, whether it's like low vibrational energy, high vibrational energy. The habits we do either create energy or diminish energy. And we have to be aware of that energy within us, around us, and have a good stream, bro. I'm going to sleep. Hey, have a good night, Sir Ryzen. Have a good night. Seven people, six people. All right. Take care. I guess I'll head out. Or, yeah, wait a little longer before I can eat, but I might end it a little before 72. I don't know, because the place closes at 9. Might go there around 7, 8 something. Get the food, and then watch some. What are we watching right now? Rings of Power on Amazon Prime, which is a pretty good show. If you watch Lord of the Rings, it's exactly like Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So, but yeah, thanks for joining. I'll keep this live stream up. I doubt anyone goes back on live streams and rewatches stuff, but hey, take care. Peace.